Hi. Are you stuck in your separation and divorce because you have no idea how to raise the subject of mediation or a particular mediator with your spouse? I mean, you have figured out you want to do this cheaply, peacefully, put the kids first, but it's just how do you raise the subject with your spouse? Now, my name is Kim, and I've helped hundreds of families like you. And actually, I had to have that conversation with my husband too when we were going through divorce. Now, yesterday, I was on two discovery calls, which are complimentary, and the women on them both asked me that question. And I realized I've heard that question many, many, many times. So I decided, Kim, just shoot a video telling people what to do. And I'm also going to turn this into a blog post. And I have about 10 minutes to record this, so it's not going to be pretty. This is just, I took a few notes. This is what it is for you. So here we go. And this is for you if you've already decided to separate and you're still living under the same roof. If you haven't had the conversation yet, I'll talk about that at the end. So bear with me. So you've already decided to separate and you're still living in the same house because you can't afford two homes. And the tension between you is rising. So first, I want you to pick a time when your spouse is well rested and you're well rested and you're not going to be interrupted by the kids. And it might even be saying, hey, there's some things we need to discuss. Can we go grab a coffee? And even if you're in the car going through the drive-through at McDonald's grabbing a coffee, cars are great places to have these conversations. So then you have to say, actually have to jump off the cliff and say, we've decided to separate and we're still in the same home because we don't want to harm the kids and we don't have the money to pay big lawyer bills. And that's such a good decision. Yet, lately, have you noticed we've been bickering more? Because the last time we did, I noticed we started bickering and our kids left the room. They went to their rooms and it kind of made my heart sink. And I thought, are we harming our kids doing this? Give your spouse a chance to respond. And it could be those words, or it could be, something that you've noticed recently about tension is rising. And I would ask, is that what you want us to be doing for our kids? And they're likely grumbling, well, we don't have the money to live apart. And it's like, yeah, I know we don't have the money to live apart. We don't. But if we could find someone to help us figure all of this out, including living under the same roof and keeping the tension lower, reducing the bickering, and navigating divorce without spending thousands and thousands of dollars on lawyers and years fighting in court, would you be interested in doing something about this with me? Okay. And likely they're going to say yes, or they're going to say, oh, I don't believe it. And I would just then say, well, I've actually found such a person. She used to be a lawyer, and she's a mediator who's helped hundreds of families like ours. And she also figured out how to divorce peacefully in really challenging circumstances. So she knows her stuff. And I spoke with her because she offers free consults, and I really think she could help. She's also very, very clear that speaking with her doesn't mean we're obliged to work with her. And I'm just wondering, might I share with you the links to her TEDx talk on divorce being a good thing for kids and the link to her website so you can decide if you want to speak with her. So you can decide if you might be interested in doing mediation with her. Because all the mediator does is help us communicate and solve the problems that we've identified. And then see what he says. You phrased it in a way that makes it hard to resist, right? He's part of the decision making then. You are not telling him. And the thing is, if he says yes, there's actually a link to book a free consult with me on my website, or you may have to share that with him too. That's okay, right? If he needs more support, you support him because you're looking at the outcome, not what has been going on. Now, I also said, if you haven't had the conversation about separation yet, how do you raise this? My suggestion is there's a really good resource on my website in the tools section, and it's called How Do I Tell My Spouse or How Do I Tell My Husband I Want a Divorce and Keep the Peace? It's $22 Canadian. It is a really good resource, and many, many, many people have used it. And that has been the foundation to divorce peacefully for them and has saved them thousands of dollars. I would use the script, answer the questions there, use the script with your husband. And then, if we could find someone to help us figure all this out peacefully, even if we need to keep living under the same roof for a while and to decrease tension, would you be interested? And then the script is the same. So that is it. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are of this. Do you think it's helpful? It's the standard advice I tell people again and again and again. So there you go. I want to thank you for watching, and if you want to learn more, sign up for my list or follow me on this channel. Thanks.